Well, welcome to Puff Daddy Reef. Today I have a great update on my 80-gallon Frag tank. I just condensed my 29-gallon tank, so I have to announce that I've taken that down after about 3 years. The small water volume and the fact that it was like almost 100% SPS coral in there made it more and more difficult to maintain as time goes on, so I moved everyone into here along with a lot of the SPS frags. So it's a very busy tank, and some of the inhabitants are settling in great. So in this tank now, I have that purple royal grama you can see. And for some reason, it really, really likes this tank. Likes swimming out in the open, so I'm very pleased with that. I also moved some of my other prize corals. I have my clam. So this is my ultra blue maxima clam. And he's really, really enjoying it in there with everyone. He's got a nice sunny spot. And no corals or mushroom corals that are going to bother him. In the back there, I have my alien Space Invader Pectina right behind the Royal Grama. And it's doing good. I'm going to find a nice place to put it. I also kind of moved this golden hammer coral up front and center so everyone can see. So the colors of the tank are popping. There's lots of movement. I also got the hippo tang out of quarantine, and so he's doing really good. This is not a big enough tank for a full-grown hippo tang, but right now it's just a real small fish, and I definitely will upgrade as he gets bigger. It'll probably take him a few years, maybe even 3 years before he's big enough to need a bigger tank. But for now, he's a pretty model citizen. At first, the hippo tang was a little bit aggressive with my frostbite clownfish, which I thought was kind of funny, considering the maroon and the Ocellaris clownfish get along just fine. Frostbite, you can kind of see his tail poking up there, but he loves hosting the gold tip hammer coral. And so that's kind of where he spends most of his time, guarding it from everyone else. The fish seem to love this corner of the tank. This is because it's the one closest to me. So every time they see me, they beg for food like crazy, hungry hippos. I've got a lot of that green Slimer coral frags from the old tank kind of placed around there. And I kind of like having, a lot of this. The green does really pop, and so it's a nice coral to kind of put behind things. And I've just set a bunch of corals up here, just growing like crazy, though some of the light's starting to get blocked. I have a massive plate coral there that I need to find a home for, so they're all doing pretty good. And down in my sump, I have the other clownfish hanging out in the anemone farm. And this is a little, not as pretty down there, so a little more algae and stuff, but it's kind of the sump, so it's supposed to be growing that stuff. And I think they'll be happy there with all those anemones. But anyway, this is really the state of the tank, so it looks pretty good. I also lowered the T5 lights so they're a little closer to the water. But overall, I think everything's doing really nice. So thank you very much for tuning in to this episode of Puff Daddy Reef. And please like and subscribe. It really helps a lot. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you again. Happy reefing.